Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm doing another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements for the week ending January 9th. And as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news that we're going to take a look at has to do with APB Reloaded. And for those that don't know, APB is relaunching as a free-to-play game through Gamers First. But that's not the news though, because that was announced actually quite a while ago. The news is that APB Reloaded closed beta is scheduled to begin late February 2011. And this was announced on the Gamers First APB Reloaded blog, along with some other tech info on the behind-the-scenes happenings on APB. APB was a major flop as a retail pay-to-play game, but hopefully with this relaunch as a free-to-play game, the game will do better. Gameplay-wise, APB does look pretty interesting and pretty unique as well. Up next, guys, RuneScape reveals its January updates. Players can expect several new quests, a new God Wars boss, as well as a new January-only event called Haiti Wolf. Now, Jagex has actually been doing a lot with RuneScape lately, a lot of new updates, and there's actually new referendums still going on about bringing back the Wilderness and Free Trade. Now, both the Wilderness and Free Trade were removed from the game quite a while ago. The Wilderness was a large PvP area where players could kill each other and take each other's loot. Now, what's interesting about this update is that Jagex is really listening to their community. There's actually a referendum going on their website where players can actually vote whether they want it back or not. And in case you're wondering, the video you're seeing in the background is actually one of the official trailers for RuneScape. Up next, guys, on January 5th, Mission Against Terror adds new weapons. And if you couldn't tell, it's an tactical MMOFPS game by Suba Games. And the new weapons include the Dragon Boar Bazooka, which is available to all players who complete 4 AI mode stages at normal difficulty. And you have the QBZ95, whatever that is, and it's available as a permanent weapon for a limited time. The AK-47 Platinum and Scar-Now Crocodiles are also available. Now, since Mission Against Terror actually launched in open beta, the game has enjoyed actually a whole bunch of content updates. It's a pretty fun tactical MMOFPS, and if you can't tell, the video playing in the background, it's actually the same map as Dino Ice World or Ice World from Counter-Strike. Up next, guys, actually a very tiny update for Pangya from SG Interactive, and that used to be called Entry for you guys that are still confused about that. And the tiny update is that Pangya adds a new Wheel of Time recipe to the game. Players who collect 4 Fragments of Time can bring it over to Caddy's Cauldron and create a new SSAF clothing set for Nell. Now, this isn't really a big update, it just adds like one new item to the game, but it's an update nonetheless. Up next, guys, on January 4th, GPotato announced a sneak peek into Fly for Fun V17 Coliseum, the latest update to Fly for Fun. Now, GPotato has actually been doing a lot to keep this game updated, and this is the next big expansion pack / update coming for the game, hopefully real soon. You can expect the Korean version to come out real soon, but there is no official release date for the North American version, because V16 is still pretty new. V17 increases the level cap to 150, adds a whole bunch of new quests, actually, a new cooperation system where players on one server can work together to accomplish a goal, a brand new Coliseum area where players can group together to fight against bosses, an entirely new area as well as a new town where players can quest. Players can also expect new items, new areas, new monsters, and a new instance dungeon as well. Players should also expect some rebalancing of skills. Up next, guys, on January 4th, 2011, Netmarble will announce its first ever content update / expansion pack, well, expansion pack, not content update, for Uncharted Waters Online. Now, this latest update is dubbed the Aztec Update, and it will go live on January 11th, and will add Central and South America to the game, allowing players to explore the new world. Now, the video I'm using for this piece of news is actually the open beta trailer, which was released quite a while ago, which actually contains no gameplay. With this Aztec update, players can expect new cities to explore. There's a new Imperial quest system, which has varying levels of difficulties. You got new recipes in the game, as well as a docking system, which lets players have at least one more ship. The next bit of news is actually a small update from Myth War 2 Online, and yes, this game is still around. It's a 2D, turn-based fantasy MMORPG, and it is by IGG. And the update actually just adds new transformation potions to the game. They're actually shape-shifting potions, and players who find these shape-shifting potions, which they can find by killing monsters, basically just alters their stats. These items can actually be bought in the cash shop, but also found in game. I think every item in the cash shop should be findable in the game. How awesome would that be? But maybe like a really low chance. Just my random opinion on the topic. Alright guys, we have nothing for upcoming games, but as for recently launched games, we have Pandora Saga, which launched into open beta on January 6, 2011. And the game is being published by Atlus Online. And for those that didn't know, again, I mentioned this a few times now, the game was available in Asia under MyRoso publisher, but the game is out in North America now as Pandora Saga, and it has been localized by Atlus, meaning the English translations are a lot better, and the server is actually a bit more optimized now. Anyway guys, that's actually it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending January 9th. We had a pretty light week for news this week. Now if you want to read about or learn more about any of the MMOs I mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news. Anyway guys, this is Omer, signing off. Later guys.